Hey there, it's Don Schmidt, the Book of Huna. Just wanted to come by and give my reaction to my purging and burn that I was required to do for the class that I'm doing with Toby and Layla um, in the eight-figure all-in um, mastermind. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that the instance that I came up with in my mind when I was writing about the feelings and emotions that I wanted to purge into the universe was a very painful experience that I had at my fiance's memorial service. Now, she died in 2014, and she had been battling liver disease and needed a transplant, and she did not get one. And liver disease, what it does to you, it really has an impact on your mental faculties after a while. It screws up the chemistry in your body so that you're not really thinking straight. So in 2013, she and I kind of broke up because I had lost my job, and she, had gone on a trip to Europe with her niece and nephew, and we kind of lost track of each other. But we still had our son, um, Derek, who we corresponded back and forth, but we weren't really getting together. We kind of lost sight of each other, which is really sad. And to make a long story short, I didn't hear from her very much until right around Valentine's Day, and we were engaged, and I'm like, man, if we're not going to be together, then I guess I got to start like figuring out what I'm going to do next and moving on. Even though I love this woman and she's my soulmate, but what can I do? So I contacted her and I said, hey, let's I think I need to get my ring back, and I wanted to get together. I wanted to get together and talk to her about it, but she decided that she was too busy and she was traveling, so she just mailed it back to me with a lot of other things. And 2 months later, she was dead. I feel really bad that I wasn't there. I basically at one point, saved her life because I got her to the emergency room when she was really failing because of what the liver disease was doing to her. And I stuck with her all through the getting her on the transplant list, and I really love this woman. It's really painful. It's really painful to relive what happened. But what really happened, and the part about the memorial service that was so painful was that she had, in the meantime, gotten back together with one of her old boyfriends, and we hadn't like finished. We hadn't ended really. So I go to her memorial service and find out that Joel is her boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, I'm her fiance, so. But, I just put it down to when you're that sick, sometimes things just don't fit together correctly in your mind. And, I still love her. I'll always love her. Derek loves her. And, I'm just looking forward to, putting this all behind me, because I actually did get up in front of 95 people at that service who, and it was kind of like, again, and I've used this analogy before. I've been living the Green Mile for the past 10 years, but it it was kind of like the end of the Green Mile as well, where John Coffey is strapped into the electric chair, and all of the people hate him because they think that he murdered the two little girls. And when I went up on stage to give my impressions and basically lay my soul bare as to what I thought about this woman and how much I loved her and how much I wanted to be with her and have children with her, um, I could feel it was like, as the it's their hatred feels like bee stings, thousands of bee stings, and it was the most difficult, painful experience that I've ever had in my life, and I don't ever want to go through something like that again. And I don't wish that on my worst enemy, that they would have to get up there and do something like that. Um, you know, like saying you're sorry to um, your your what would have been your future in-laws and brother and niece and nephew, and then your fiance's boyfriend, and including him in your "Hey, I'm sorry." It was just the worst experience ever. Also, when she got really sick, she was in a coma for like she was on life support for like 6 weeks, and no one in her family uh, thought it was relevant to get in touch with me to tell me what was going on until they were ready to pull the plug the night before. So I never got the chance to talk to her or see her or have any kind of closure. We never had any kind of closure because her family kept me away from her when she got really sick. And it's really sad that they did that. And the pain is just incredible. I mean, so that is what I have to purge out of my life, because if I hold it and keep it to myself, it's just going to eat me alive for forever. And I can't do that. And I have to forgive them, and I have to just let it go, and I have to move on, and I have to build this business and make it into something that's going to sustain me for the rest of my life. Now, I'm a big fan of music, and I know that a lot of people have done their videos with music included. And although we're starting off with a recollection that's a pretty somber and sad experience for me, it's kind of like a funeral in, but for Mardi Gras, it's like you start off really solemn, and it's a dirge, and everybody's like upset and crying, and the band is playing really slow, and and then you get to the cemetery, and you have the service, and the deceased is put into the ground, or down south in Louisiana, they're not put into the ground because the water table, but they're put into the mausoleum. And then on the way back, it's like it's happy time. It's time to like bring the spirits up and go and have a beer, and everybody drinks to the success of what's going to happen in the future, and drinks to the memory of the person who just went and passed away, and you just buried them. And that's what I want to finish with. I want to finish with a song that it says it all. It's like it's burned, it's gone, it's going. And you know what? A lot of people have chosen some like relative songs. I'm going to choose a song from an era that's like, wasn't my favorite era of music, okay? But the song basically says everything I want to say. So I have on my little whiteboard here, okay, something that goes with the song too. So without further ado, I give you The Tramps. Got my little Travolta doing this. Burn, baby, burn. everybody's going strong. That is when my smoke got hot. I heard somebody say, burn, baby, burn. It's going burn, burn, baby, burn. Burn that mother down. Burn, baby, burn. It's going burn, oh. Burn, baby, burn. Burn the mother down. Get it. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn the mother down. Burn, baby, burn. It's going burn, burn, burn that mother down. And you do your own purge and burn it down, because you don't want to carry it with you. You gotta let it go. You gotta forgive, you gotta forget, you gotta get it beyond it and move your business to the next level of success. And I'm with you, Toby and Leo. This is Don Schmidt, the Book of Hooters, saying, you know what? Burn it down. Until next time, we are signing off.